Hey YouTube, what's up? This is Steven. Welcome back. Alright, so you guys may have heard that the NFL has decided to pledge $89 million to social justice causes affecting the Black/African American community. And on the surface, if you look at it, you're like, oh, that seems pretty awesome, right? But no, no. It's like it is, but it isn't. All right. Like, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Okay. First of all, for the NFL, $89 million is not a lot of money. Social justice causes, I'm actually not sure how much they cost to support. And also, we don't know what exactly are the social justice causes that they're going to be combating with this money, or supposedly combating with this money. Because they, as far as I know, they haven't went into specifics, because this whole brouhaha, right, has been about specifically police brutality. And I did notice that police brutality was not specified in that. I know social justice can include police brutality, but we have to be very specific, extremely to the point, right? Pretty much we got to be like, we in a court of law. We have to scrutinize every word, okay? Because at this point now, we're going off of assumptions, right? We're assuming that they are going to be dealing with police brutality. We don't know that because it was never specified. It was put under the blanket of social justice, right? Black social justice causes, or, you know, African American social justice causes. So, okay, red flag right there. Also, again, like $89 million for the NFL is not a lot of money. I'm pretty sure their players, like their, you know, more top players, probably get like somewhere like either half or about that amount of money. Like, so for the NFL, this is kind of like a drop in the bucket, honestly. And also, why did they do this now, right? Why now? Why did it take this long, right? Because black folks were coming at them for a while, really. Let's say it started with Colin Kaepernick. We can say it did. Maybe perhaps it started before. But let's just say it started with Colin Kaepernick, right? Right then and there, should this have been an issue that was like drawn out for so long? No, right? It shouldn't have been. But again, it's about the money. It's not about the social justice for African American folk, right? Because for them, are these teams, right? You notice that none of these teams, as far as I know, signed Colin Kaepernick, right? Why? Because he was considered a liability, thus bad for business, thus affecting their bottom line, right? So no, they're not going to sign him. Unfortunately, that's how it went for Colin Kaepernick. Sadly, you know. And, you know, I definitely hope to see the day that Colin Kaepernick really wins with all that he's been putting into what he's been doing, you know, all that he sacrificed, right? I hope to see the day come where he really wins in some way, shape, or form. But you notice it was about the money, right? The money. Now, notice, I think they may be doing this because they may have seen a drop in ratings, perhaps. Maybe not as many people are tuning in to the Super Bowl as perhaps previous, because I have heard some talk on the, you know, social media, internet about, you know, some black people specifically saying they ain't really supporting it this year and stuff. I know a lot of black people like football. You know, a lot of, you know, Americans like football, you know. Black people been supporting the NFL for years, right? For years, right? But also, like, we can't get derailed, right? Because Colin Kaepernick's point of doing this was about police brutality affecting black people, excuse me, black people, and as well as other people of color, um, but black people, of course, right? It was about that. We can't let like that get hijacked, right? Get infiltrated, get off course, because it was about police brutality. Now it's about social justice, right? We're seeing social justice put in there. Now, if they said police brutality and other social justice causes, okay, all right, we have, you know, we cooking with fire, perhaps, Um, but yeah, so the NFL probably saw like a drop in ratings, right? And they get money based on the ratings, right? Expensive commercial time slots, right? And of course, they're thinking about the Super Bowl too, you know. So they're like, what can we do to, get folks to start watching again? Throw a couple of bucks, for the NFL, $80 million is a couple of bucks. It's like a drop in a bucket, right? For you and me, of course, that's like, that's just, that'd just make our whole lives if we had $89 million, right? But for them, it's a drop in the bucket. So it's kind of one of those things, don't read too much into it, They're doing it because of their bottom line. Again, it's about the money. It's not about Black Lives Matter, right? It's like Black lives do not matter to the NFL unless they're running that ball, boy, right? Like, they want you to run that ball, right? If you're playing football and earning them money, then perhaps a little bit your Black life may matter, but not enough for them to actually take on the system of white supremacy and the police and all that stuff. For black folks, no. When has this country ever cared about black people? Come on, let's be honest. When in American history has America as a country, right, especially the government, but also other entities, when has it ever really cared about the well-being of black people, right? They pretty much only remember us and want to call us when they want us to like fight in their wars, when they want to use us for some type of a labor, big labor project or something. Lately, they've been using Latinos for that, but also some black folks too. When they want us to pick cotton, right? Pretty much when it's something involving some type of a like labor task or like getting something out of us, pretty much, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country type bullshit, right? I'm like, black folks done been put the blood, sweat, and tears into this damn country, all right? So yes, they have the right to ask what this country needs to do for them, what they are owed from this country. I know that's a bit off topic, but I just had to throw that in there right quick. But basically where I'm getting at is don't fall for it, okay? Don't fall for it. This is just the NFL's way of, covering their backs, right? So when they get caught out on some racist white people bullshit, they can be like, oh no, look at us. We pledged $89 million to black social justice causes, right? We're not racist. We're down for black people, right? When they get caught out on their bullshit, like they have been caught out lately, right? So now this is them covering their backs. Also, why was Colin Kaepernick not picked up by a team? And some people saying, well, maybe he's just not that good, but it's like, well, other players who weren't as good as him statistically speaking were picked up before he was, right? So again, it's pretty much just like, just allied theater maybe, maybe that's the good word for it. I heard that word before, ally theater. You know, playing the part of an ally, posturing yourself and presenting yourself as a ally, but not really actually doing. It's an act, right? It's an act that's not really. You're telling people what they want to hear, right? You're playing a part, but it's not really you, right? And that's pretty terrible. But do I expect much from these folks? No, right? You know, that pretty much the NFL. It ain't about black folks. It ain't about. It's not. It's not. Do you really think the NFL gonna be really empowering black folks? This country does not want to see black people empowered, right? Because what does that look like if you really see black people in power? Do black people or do white people want to see black people rise up on a financial level and be on the same level, if not higher than them? No. And as well, social justice. It's I just don't see it. I don't think be 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 extremely skeptical, right? Like, come on, we have to be extremely skeptical and side eye everything, right? And as well, again, we have to be very specific about what we want. We can't go off of assumptions, right? We have to act like lawyers in the court of law. Everything has to be point blank said in writing or whatnot. It has to be point blank, straightforward. There it is. There's no ambiguity. There's no interpretation, reading in between the lines, etc. So I think that's pretty much all that I have to say. You know, don't fall for the illusion of inclusion. Like, oh, the NFL is including black people. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for it. I'm telling you. They don't mean no good. If they meant good, honestly, it wouldn't have taken this long. Let's be real. If I come to you saying, oh, I have a grievance, and you're like, either, oh, what's your grievance? Or, I don't care. It's like, it's, it's like, okay, your initial response was whatever, but now your response is, oh, let's do something about it. And it's like, okay, think about that. Why was that your response? Like, why are we saying let's do something about it now versus the beginning? Because again, it's the money. But I'm going to bring this video to a close so that I don't continue to just repeat myself. All right. So thanks for watching, you guys. Adios and goodbye for now. And also leave comments. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks.